السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. اليوم أبغى أقدم لكم حلقة جديدة من قناة سعودي أوتو. اليوم أنا هنا في لاس فيغاس في الولايات المتحدة، وأنا هنا عشان أحضر CES مع شركة أودي. حنشوف مع بعض إيش الجديد من شركة أودي وليش هم هنا، وحاعمل لقاء مع هيلدجارد وورتمان عضو في مجلس إدارة المبيعات والتسويق في شركة أودي. خليكم معانا. Beautiful Las Vegas to cover CES and more importantly Audi at CES, and I've kind of comprised a list of questions that I want to ask you. There are 24 pages actually.
Okay, I'm glad I have a Coke here.
As you may know, motor shows around the world are downsizing or shutting their doors, excluding the Chinese markets. It seems like motor shows are still a very big part of their market. And the Audi Summit is also, you guys have done the Audi Summit before, which is a big, I think, leap forward for the brand where you get to communicate just your products. Audi is a premium car manufacturer and CES is a technology fair or a technology show. What's the connection between both of them?
Yeah, I think it's a good observation that you do. I think we have to rethink in the way how cars are presented to customers, and I think the big changes. I mean, in the past you used to have auto shows and you revealed a car, you took off the cloth, and then ta-da, this is the new car. Obviously, with the digitalization and with the media and the transparency of any communication, that doesn't have the value anymore. This doesn't serve that purpose anymore. So I think when it comes to presenting cars, presenting technology, talking about the brand, you need to have the right formats. And what I also think is that it's not that one format that you continue doing for the next 50 years. The world is changing so fast. So, I have no doubts in going into things, trying out, finding our way, like the Audi Summit. And if it works, it's fine. If it doesn't work, you change again. So it's not like one fixed format in general now. But CES, I mean, believe it or not, I don't know whether you're aware, but the first CES was in 1967. Oh, wow. So that is a really long time ago, yeah. And actually, in that time, the big innovation, guess what it was?
67? Microwave?
No, there was a little box with a cord to it. It became famous as the computer mouse.
Oh, wow! That's
and then
fascinating.
About 20 years later, there was the first PDA personal digital assistant show. So in 1990. And then another 20 years before the iPhone was presented. So it's interesting to see over such a long course how the CES has developed.
Right.
But it has always stood for very much a crowd of forward thinkers, visionary guys. Sometimes I think they're crazy guys, but that's part of the mixture.
Absolutely.
And I think that's where Audi really fits in extremely well, because we've been the first German automotive brand actually joining the CES back in 2011. And I think for us it's a great way of showcasing what the Audi brand is capable of doing, showcasing different technologies, putting a glimpse into the future, what's coming, but also showing how it is actually already implemented in the cars today. So for us it's a huge platform where we can present the brand, the technologies, but it's also a great platform where we can exchange with our partners. So I'm meeting here with a lot of people, networking here with a lot of people, and they come more from the tech scene and a different way. It's not just automotive, and that's for me a brilliant mixture.
No, beautiful. Thank you. So you talked a little bit about the future of technology. How do you see the future of the automobile?
Right.
Just yeah.
Come on, it's exciting times. I don't know any other industry that is so much in disruption and so much in transformation as the automotive industry. And I'm really excited about that, because there's so many opportunities we have. If you think of the way how we can combine technologies, how we can add new value to the customer in our cars, that's exciting things to do. It's a big change.
Oh no, absolutely. I mean, especially with how rapidly technology is evolving, and I mean, what's at the forefront of technology in the automotive realm, whether it be autonomous or electric vehicles, or I mean even technologies that read your face. So it's very fascinating. Yeah. So where are we at with AI in production cars, and what can we expect in the near future?
I think AI, I mean, clearly it's I don't want to say the next big thing, but clearly the next logic step. I mean, we talked a lot about the autonomous drive as such, because that's been the sort of first step of revolution in the cars. But if you look at Amy, for example, it is an autonomous driving car, and it takes the glimpse into the future once we can all drive autonomously there, which probably takes a bit more time. But then what do we do with our time in the car? And then you want to customize the car best possible to the person that's driving the car, that's sitting in the car. And we use artificial intelligence in order to get the self-learning of the car going. So if you imagine the car, by the moment when you come close to the car with your mobile device, the car recognizes you, not just your car, but any Audi recognizes you. And it automatically puts all the settings in, the features in. And with the sensors that we have in the car, it can read your vitality function. So it knows it will be in good mood or not so good mood, and it can adjust to these things. And doing this with a self-learning experience, I think that's a great.
It's taking personalization to the next level.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's, if it happens, I mean, you can do it by choice and offer the choice to the customer, but it can also just happen, in a subtle way, so that you just be comfortable. And it's about comfort, it's about well-being, and clearly about safety.
Right.
It's all three of them.
So is it true that passengers can use their, in the AI car that we saw earlier, is it true that passengers can use eye tracking to communicate with the show car intuitively, and you can have it order you food, like a pizza, for example?
Yeah, it's amazing. I just did this morning, we had a very early interview this morning upstairs with the Amy. And you really sit in there, and then you have in the display, you have the different choice of things that you can do. And we actually did a selfie, because it says you can take selfies there. I said I want to do that, so I looked into that function and confirmed it with my eye tracking, so yes. And then we actually took a selfie, so the car took a selfie of us.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean, that's clearly, with eye tracking, that's the next technology you can use in there to further customize.
And I mean, how far is it into the future? Is eye tracking software or technology being implemented in these kinds of cars?
Yeah, I think it's a bit like any of the latest technologies. I mean, look at autonomous driving. It doesn't happen like from nothing to completely autonomous. It goes in steps, in different levels. The same as with the eye tracking. I mean, we have already an eye tracking in the sense of the car checking whether you're still
on the eyes on the road,
eyes on the road, concentrated, and you're not
Yeah.
falling asleep, you're not getting tired,
Right.
etc. If the car tracks you and feels that your eyes are getting heavy and looks like you're tired, it offers you going for a break or going for a coffee or something.
Right.
And then the things you've seen in the show car here is obviously then the next generation. So again, it comes in steps. But first things you can see already in the cars today, and it will further evolve.
Really exciting.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
really,
cool.
really, really
Yeah,
excited. I think it's really cool.
It's good stuff.
So Audi is a brand that is constantly trying to reinvent itself and to appeal to a more international and progressive demographic. So what can we expect from Audi in 2020? What kind of activations? What should we be looking forward to?
Well, I think there's a lot of things happening at the moment, and one is clearly, I mean, if you look at our product portfolio, we have a huge product offensive. We have the youngest product portfolio ever, so it's on average 2.3 years old. It's the youngest in the competitive surrounding, and it's the largest portfolio we have. If you look at the RS models, the big RS offensive we just did with the RS6, RS7, the RSQ8, RSQ3, on the one hand, and then on the other, if you look at the whole electrification roadmap, the e-tron Sportback, which you've probably have seen on the and then the Q4 e-tron concept that we're presenting here, the e-tron GT coming end of this year. So there's a lot of exciting stuff coming on the electrification side. But then equally, I think there's a big message behind the change in terms of the brand and brand communication. You know, we have the slogan Vorsprung durch Technik and progress by technology. And I think we had to reinvent that as well and redefine what progress really means. And I think we're coming from a history where progress was always about the further, higher, faster, so the 10th of a second faster around Nürburgring or whatever it is. And we see the world is changing, with all the sustainability discussion and with all the value discussion in society, things are changing, and you need to take care of this as well. So I think Vorsprung durch Technik is more relevant than ever before. But we have to redefine that progress means not the sake of technology, but it's progress that makes a difference to you, that contributes to your life, that contributes to your well-being, and that also gives something back to society. So it's a different approach about this progress. which you will see in the brand communication as well.
I'm super excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
So thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely,
I think
you're
that's,
absolutely
that's
welcome,
everything
yeah.
on my side.
And again, I need that camera.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to get one too. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care.